You're right. Well, it's welcome to the Athletic Ground Rochdale for today's Riley Cup final. Line up two teams, it's Saddleworth versus Tameside B. Saddleworth in the black and white, Tameside in red with blue. Referee for today's game is Mr. Fleming. Touch judges Mr. Heap and Mr. Russell. And it's Saddleworth kicking off, playing towards what's a delightful view of the Pennines that surround this athletic ground in Rochdale. And so it's scrum half Flanagan about to start this game. So it's Whitehead, the loose forwards, a knock on early on. Sign of early cup final nerves there as right winger Whitehead knocks on. First touch of the ball. Saddleworth with the initiative, just 10 yards from the Tameside line. There's a good push by Tameside. It's Tameside pushing forward, clearing the lines. It's a lovely short ball, beautiful short ball to McCall, almost made the gap. Referee gave a forward pass, it didn't look forward to me, but anyway, Flanagan's fed the scrum and it's Saddleworth in possession, moving on the right hand side. And it's on the short side. Whitehead pushing forward. Clare, no trouble, ran into the grateful hands of two big Tameside forwards. It's a short ball, it's knocked on. Saddleworth lost the advantage, so it's Tameside ball. The man of the match for today's final will receive the Leonard Greenwood Trophy. So all these players have been playing not only for a win for the side, but for a little bit of reputation for themselves. And it's Saddleworth take the ball 10 yards inside the Tameside half. And it's Wilson trying to find space. Ball moving right. A delayed pass. And in comes McLean on the interception to pick up the ball for Tameside. Rangers captain Allen there being given a bit of stick by this very partisan crowd. It does appear there's more people from Tameside today than there are from Saddleworth. And Saddleworth are found offside just inside the Tameside half. Penalty to Tameside. Tameside skipper Doolan pushes play well into the Saddleworth half. It's Mullaney. Onto Carruthers. Carruthers just makes the 22. And Wood trying to make dent in this Saddleworth defence. Good tackling so far from both sides. Been no gaps. That looked as if it would have been a forward pass. Just a little overrun. It's Mullaney again. Flick inside, he's missed. It's brought forward Carruthers, who gives it the up and under. It's well taken. Safe pair of hands by left winger Robinson. So it's Saddleworth in possession, clearing the lines. Pressure certainly being exerted in these early stages by Tameside. The ball's loose. Tameside take advantage. It's prop forward McCall driving forward. Brings the ball inside. This is a good chance, but well in there with a good defensive smothering tackle prevented the ball coming out this way to McLean. But it's flipped inside. It's fullback Nugent joining up with the attack, trying to make the extra man. Front of the post now, and it's Carruthers again who feeds a lovely ball, beautiful ball there to Bardsley. Again, he's well tattled, and skipper Allen in the thick of things again for Saddleworth. That's a little up and over, but it's well taken by, I think it was Whitehead. It looked like Whitehead to me. On the short side, Saddleworth. Again, it's Allen setting the game going. It's inside, the ball's kept going. Saddleworth to show some imagination. It's the last tattle, and here's the kick, and it's a short one. It's a little up and over. It's bounced fortunately for fullback Nugent. Up into his hands. He's beaten 1, 2, 3, 4 men. He's been difficult, but again it's some good late tackling by skipper Allen that pulls him to the ground just on the 22. Making the most of their early possession. Tameside swinging the ball both sides, left and right. Ooh, skipper Doolan lost there, but he's managed to make the ball available, and again it's this Carruthers. Takes 3 men to pull him down, steps through one tattle. And again, dare I say it, it's skipper Allen in the tattling. It's Tameside. Tries to go on his own. McCall, but there's too many black and white shirts. He plays his ball, it's coming out on the long side, it's a little kick through, and he's lost possession. And Saddleworth now pinned within 10 yards of their own line, but at least in possession. To get to this final. Oh, and Tameside obtain it, and they're going for the line. He's going over, he's made it, much to the delight of the Tameside supporters. That was strength that carried him over in the end. It was a bobbling ball, front of the post, broke free, ball was moved, 2 pairs of safe hands, and into skipper Doolan's hands, and he forced himself over for the first score of the match. So after some 10 minutes of this first half, Tameside take the lead by 4 points to 0. It's Hooker Pennington attempting to stretch this lead to 6. Shouldn't have any difficulty, but made a complete hash of that. So the score remains after 10 minutes play, Tameside 4, Saddleworth 0. In the preliminary round of the Riley Cup competition, Saddleworth there beat Haywood Queen Anne 28-4. In the first round they beat New AA 30 points to 2, and in the semi-final they beat St Anne's 16 points to 4. Quite remarkable to think that Tameside B are here in the final after only playing 1 match in the semi-final, following a walkover against the Police in the first round. Whether they've played 1 matches or 3 matches, it doesn't matter to them. They're in the lead 4-0, and they're going to do their best to hang on to this. Again, getting possession from the scrums. Tameside B coming in, looking for winger Whitehead, centre of the field. Short one, it's flicked inside, just managed to hold on to that. Loose forward Howard. Coming on the short side, long ball, a nice ball, and eventually into the hands of McLean, who's going. He's going to fall, but he's played a brilliant piece of rugby, but the referee has given knock on. That was unfortunate for McLean, who made fully 50 yards up the touchline, jinking eventually inside 2 tackles, almost made it to the line, but 10 yards out, lost the ball in the tackle, to give Saddleworth the chance to regroup if they're lucky enough to get possession from this scrum, which they haven't been so far in the game. That was a great run by winger McLean. Ball's coming out on the Saddleworth side. Referee Fleming quick to see a knock on there as that ball bobbled from the scrum. Come out on the Tameside. This little short ball, certainly getting the basics right, Tameside. Little short ball, men coming on at speed. It's Captain Doolan, switches it inside for Brock McCall. But he's taken out, the ball runs loose. Fortunately, it's not a knock on. Second row man having a go himself. That was well done. Michael Bardsley almost made the line. 10 yards out. Ball's going on the long side. Pinnington driving forward, but to the safe hands of Maynell, Saddleworth second row man. It's going along the line again. Doolan misses a man to right centre, but he's well held by a late tackle. It's going on the short side again. Certainly Tameside are showing all the initiative here. Saddleworth having to do the tackling, getting the ball from the scrums, not making as many mistakes as Saddleworth in possession. Coming again, going for the line. He puts a beautiful ball, laid up by Mullane. An absolutely delightful pass. Flipped that ball up beautifully. So after a quarter of an hour, that's the second try of the match. Both of them to Tameside, and that was Whitehead who took advantage of a delightful ball by Mullane close to the post, and Pinnington should have no trouble with this, but we said that last time. And here he goes, much steadier, composed himself much better to add the points, to stretch the lead to 10 points to 0. Certainly a rich reward that for some good handling from Tameside. Quick thinking, particularly by scrum half Mullane. So Saddleworth now and certainly need possession just outside the Tameside 22. That's Flanagan feeding for Saddleworth. And it's come out on the Saddleworth side, and it's coming along the line. First time, and it's... Winger Collins couldn't make any progress there, but the ball's going across. Centre Brodrock. Some fiery exchanges going on in these tackles. Little short ball from Whitehead, unsuccessful. This time it's Saddleworth. Brodrock again, tackled just inside the Tameside 22. I mean, it's Allen, Whitehead. Ball's dropped. No advantage. Referee awards the knock-on. Could have been a promising move by Saddleworth, but again it's spoilt by a handling error. Gives Tameside a chance to clear the lines. It's come out on the Saddleworth side. Tameside skipper Doolan quick to get up there on the tattle, but the referee's not happy with the second man in. Referee Fleming deciding to stamp his authority on this game and deciding that Mellor was a little naughty as second man in on that tattle, so it's a penalty to Saddleworth, which pushes play well into the 22. A skipper Allen, it's a scrum half Flanagan. Wow, it's a lovely cover tattle in the end by McCall that stopped opposite number Jones from going over, but that was a good move by Saddleworth, and the ball's coming short. It's Clare couldn't quite make the ball available. It's Saddleworth again driving for the line, little short ball but well tattled. Tameside certainly getting up on the men, spotting, putting some crunching tattles in. Whitehead tries the long one, it goes out to the wing. And he's wriggled free. My goodness me, he's almost over. He's within 3 metres of the line. That was young Robinson. But he's had the ball stolen. And it's Tameside in possession. Losing this ball far too easily, Saddleworth. So they're 10 points adrift in this Riley Cup final after some 20 minutes. And this is Bardsley, Michael Bardsley, making 30 metres on his own, brushing aside tattles. Yes, and referee Fleming quite right to penalise Saddleworth there. Wouldn't let Bardsley get up to play his ball. A little bit rattled by the success of this lad who just plundered 30 yards from Saddleworth in an exceptionally good run. So it's skipper Doolan. Tameside driving first man. Loose forward Howard. Taking play just into the Saddleworth half. At this stage in the game, Tameside have certainly found safer hands. They've been taking this ball on the burst, and in second row forwards, Wood and Bardsley have got very effective men. And the two big strong lads, and they've certainly been effective so far, and it's lovely. It's Carruthers who pushes it up and far too far over, and the game will be restarted at the 22. Certainly Saddleworth looking a little bit ragged. Don't seem to have the composure or the playing discipline that Tameside are showing. Tameside are in again with 3-man tattle, making the presence felt just outside the Saddleworth 22. Certainly got to be more effective with this possession, Saddleworth. And there's a knock on. Tameside have stolen the ball again. Prone to errors at this stage of the game. And here he goes. It's that second row man, Wood. And Wood and Bardsley in the second row for Tameside, having great games. There he goes. It's Bardsley. Makes the ball available to Carruthers. Carruthers, a long ball out. The winger had come inside. But he's up and he's riddled free. Any half chance and these lads are back on their feet. It's been swung free and it's a lovely ball. Taken on the burst. And he flips it inside for loose forward Howard to go over for the third try. Great reward for good rugby. That ball came from way on the right hand touchline. Good handling, sure handling. Always a man on the burst available. Leading to a try by Howard under the post, which Pinnington should have no trouble in converting. So the game's some 22 minutes old. Tameside now in the lead by 14 points to 0. Pennington makes it 16. Tameside B certainly deserving the lead at the moment, showing a bit more aggression, not prone to mistakes, they're using the six tackles wisely. Second row men and prop forwards are hitting the ball on the run, puncturing this defence reasonably easily. Tameside in possession again. That's a little scrum half Mullaney. He's decided to have a go, but it's an overbaked shot. It's well into touch on the full, so it's scrum back on the Tameside 10-metre line. To 25 minutes play. It's Tameside B 16, Saddleworth Rangers 0. Well, Saddleworth penalised there. I think skipper and hooker Allen has been accused of having a loose arm in that scrum. Referee Fleming penalising Saddleworth. Skipper Doolan finding touch for Tameside, pushing play just into the Saddleworth half. Carruthers driving forward. McCall, difficult man to tackle, the big strong lad. And again a nice ball from Howard. And it's Mullane. Doolan slips it inside to fullback Nugent, who's joined up with the attack, trying to make switch of play onto the right. It's Mullane, and here he comes Doolan. And a beautiful break, delightful break. And over he goes for the fourth try. Beautiful break there by loose forward Howard. Burst through the defence and had the easiest of passes to put winger Whitehead over for his second try of the game. So 26 minutes gone. And right winger Whitehead goes over for the second time. Following a lovely break from Tameside. Stretch Saddleworth on the right hand side of the field. Loose forward Howard was through the gap. Drew the winger, put Whitehead away for his second try. Goal kicker Pennington's most difficult shot to date. Out on the right, some 10 yards in from the touchline. He'll need the composure he's shown over his last two kicks to get this one. He's got the length, got the height, but he hasn't got the direction. And swings away to the left of the post for his second failure of the afternoon. Difficult shot. Obviously calmed himself down. Early morning, cup nerves with that first shot, I'm sure. He probably hasn't made as poor an attempt all season. And Saddleworth found offside, a little bit too eager to get into the game. I think it's right winger Collins. The penalties to Saddleworth, and Carruthers feeds off scrum half Mullane and takes 2 men to bring him down. Again, it's Mullane. This time it's that player Bardsley going in hard. And certainly at the moment this running of the ball's being dominated by the Tameside back three of Bardsley, Wood and Howard. Very well supported by Props, McCall and Carruthers. He's down around the blind side on the short. There's Saddleworth possession. With a few errors Tameside have made in possession. So it's Saddleworth 10 yards inside their own half. It's loose forward Whitehead trying to make the break. Certainly there isn't the same aggression or purposefulness in this Saddleworth team that there is in the Tameside attack when they get moving the ball. But switched inside, this is a nice move. The ball eventually finishes out on the left with winger Robinson being thrown into touch by a good 2-man tackle. The Tameside are certainly more decisive in their moves. Penalised for feeding. Probably felt he could risk that as a little bit of lip, so it pushes him back 10 yards. A dangerous position for Tameside, but this is all Saddleworth. Saddleworth driving for the line. Need a try badly at this stage of the game, just before half-time. It's coming out right. Lovely ball, misses a man, but he's well tackled. Tackled and smothered. Pushed back into play by his own team. Didn't play his ball, referees penalised him, not playing the ball correctly. He was too intent on pushing Tameside skipper Doolan out of the way. And it's 10 yards. Too much to say. Skipper Allen not happy with winger Collins for that little bit of lip. Referee Fleming was unfortunately close enough to hear. So it's Doolan. Taking play hopefully into the Saddleworth half, and he does. It's a good one for tight position inside, just inside the touchline. Made 30 yards. And driving forward again. Much more effective on the drive, Tameside. He's stronger and more purposeful. And it's Howard, loose forward Howard. Trying to make the break, but not this time. And he's made the ball available. And it's Bardsley. Bardsley who tattles himself by slipping at the foot of out half Gilbert. Ball back inside. It's Tameside on the Saddleworth 22. Ball coming left. Doolan. And it's a lovely ball. And they're giving this winger who's having a go. He's going, he's flipped inside. Collins has made an attempt to tackle, but he's found his way towards the post. And it's a lovely try for McLean. That makes amends for his previous effort, where he made fully 50 yards but didn't quite get over the line, but he had it there. He took the ball, jinked inside one man, came inside the full-back, Winger Collins tried to tap his ankle, but in he went towards the post for another good try for Tameside B. So it's 32 minutes gone. And the score 24 points to 0 to Tameside. As hooker and goal kicker Pinnington attempts to increase that lead. That's a better kick, but it just slides to the left of the post. So the score remains 24-0 to Tameside. Some 8 minutes to half time. Saddleworth not yet on the board. It's a deep kick. Bobbles badly, but in possession it's winger Whitehead who's come inside. Clear the danger for Tameside. Scrum half Mullane trying to make a goal from a play of the ball there, and it's fed on to these big forwards. Played such an effective game today for Tameside. Saddleworth have had very little to offer in the forwards, and it's Howard goes down to a two-man tattle. It's Mullane to skipper Doolan. Doolan tries a kick, it's a long one. It's a searching kick going for the touchline, but he's just overdone it. Unfortunate, that would have been a belter. That would have pushed play 50 yards down the field, but as it is, it's ball back, scrum down. Some 32 metres from the Tameside line. Saddleworth to feed. They need this ball, they need a score, they need to impress the supporters before half time. And it's coming out, it's a short one. Centre's gone the wrong way, it shouldn't have come this way. Short one to Maynell, but Maynell's dragged to the floor by two Tameside forwards. And it's going left. And it's flipped inside. Flipped inside to Clare, but didn't get much further. And it's Allen. Nice little short ball, but looks to be 26 Tameside players on this field when Saddleworth are in possession. And it's a good up and under. Must get possession from this. It bobbles free, Whitehead's going for it. Finishes up in touch. So again, this little bit of late pressure in the first half has to pay dividends if Saddleworth are going to claw their way back into this game. At the moment, they're 24 points to 0 down. They got possession from the scrum. It's coming along the line. It's a nice little short ball, but again, Doolan and Randall are there tattling. Back inside, beats one man, but it second row man Wood's not falling for it. Saddleworth on the burst. Good ball. Missed out a man, pushed it on, but Mullane is taking the ball and tries to feed McLean, who would have had a clear run. Certainly had made an attempt to jink round Saddleworth full-back Lees if he'd have got that ball, but didn't quite go to hand. Nice bit of play by Mullane, stealing the ball and trying to get his winger away. Saddleworth. Again, what? And it's still available. Full-back. He's still going. Still going. A second bite of the two. Eventually he pulls him to the end. A good run by Badrock. Saddleworth in possession. Looking more effective. Looking as if they mean business at last. They've suffered from lack of possession, certainly. managed to hang on to the ball this one. It's flipped back inside. Some of the crowd felt that was a forward pass, but referee Fleming was close enough. Must make this one pay. It's going left, almost half time. The ball stops at Maynell, who's held just inside the 22. But again, they don't look to have the ideas, Saddleworth, to get past this rock-like defence. There's an up and under, it's going, it's a beauty, it's landing in the right place, but brilliantly taken by fullback Nugent. Who couldn't quite stand the attentions of 3 Saddleworth players and dropped the ball for a knock-on. So scrum down, scrum 5, just to the right of the Tameside post. Saddleworth. Referee Fleming not happy with that. It's almost half time. 2 minutes on my watch. First bit of sustained pressure we've seen from Saddleworth. Hardly seen the white of the Tameside try line yet, but here they are, with pressure on, feeding the scrum and maintaining possession. It's along the line. Man missed out. Must score, and he's going in. It's Robinson who scores beautifully in the corner. Took his try well, but no, the touch judge said there's a foot in touch. That was unfortunate for young Robinson. Thought he got Saddleworth on the score sheet at last. It would have been a nice try, a result of some good handling. But unfortunately for Saddleworth, 1 foot was over the touchline, and it's Tameside who take the resulting scrum. Probably Saddleworth's last chance to make some impression on this first half, losing 24-0. It's almost half time. Young Robinson's just been over for a try that was disallowed, and it's this man Bardsley again bringing Tameside away to the safe area between the 22 and the halfway. It's followed on by Carruthers. The big Tameside forwards have certainly had no difficulty in plundering yards from Saddleworth. And again, Skipper Doolan overdoing that field kick to touch, brings play way back onto the 22. And there's already a substitution, almost on half time. Dave Harrop Jr. Member of the very famous Saddleworth under-19s team, and he's in there early, wanting to put his mark on this game. He'll certainly bring some aggression to this pack, if nothing else. He's on the ball again. He's going to have a go at these lads. He's decided there's not been enough aggression from this Saddleworth pack, and he's going to show them. And away Saddleworth go. It's a good ball. It's a lovely short one. Here is Saddleworth have been there with Gilbert. And it's a kick, but it's been fielded by Tameside, who've broken away on the right. Oh, it's dangerous to kick across field. That was proved quite convincingly there. Tameside have taken advantage of that poor kick, swinging the ball. It's intercepted by a Saddleworth player, but the referee has ordered a scrum down, I think, for a knock-on. According to my watch, we're into injury time, and I don't think there's been any, but that's Doolan. Nice ball to out half Mellor, but this big prop Carruthers again. Pinching 10 yards off Saddleworth. Loose forward, Howard is having a great game. Doolan flips it inside for this free running Bardsley, who gets it back and pushes the ball on. McCall feeds centre Randall. Ball coming back left. That's a loose one, but Howard manages to pick it up. And he shakes through 1, 2, 3 tackles, and it's just a late ankle tap that brings him down. As Brennan manages to take him out of the game with a little ankle tap, but it's up and under in the danger area, and he's tattled over his own line. Not quite, fortunately for Saddleworth. Saddleworth in possession, taking play away from the danger zone as the whistle goes for half-time. And Saddleworth in the last 10 minutes put in the best rugby of the half, but certainly so far they've been no match for this big, fast, fit side from Tameside. They've scored 5 exceptionally good tries and leave the field first to the applause of the supporters, winning 24 points to 0.
Well, that was certainly a very entertaining first half, particularly for the large contingent of Tameside fans. Tameside may have only played 1 match to reach the final, but there's little doubt that they fully deserved to be there. After Doolan gave them an early lead, there was only one team in it. On attack, the Tameside forwards, particularly the back three of Bardsley, Wood and Howard, continually punched holes in the Saddleworth defence for backs such as left winger McLean to show that they also had the extra pace on the outside when needed. Playing behind such a strong pack, scrum half Mullane also had a very good first half, orchestrating the whole team performance. Saddleworth, on the other hand, although they gave 110%, have certainly got a mountain to climb. They just couldn't get into this game on attack, with this tigerish Tameside tackling continually forcing them back and pressing them into handling errors. So it's Tameside, in fact, to start this second half, and immediately the forwards are up, forcing the Saddleworth defence into touch, just outside the Saddleworth 25. And as in the first half, Tameside start by winning the scrum, but this time it's a penalty. Penalty kick to Saddleworth. It's a good deep kick, an excellent deep kick from loose forward Howard. Saddleworth playing this half with the advantage of the slight wind. I beg your pardon, it's loose forward Whitehead. So Saddleworth now in an attacking position early in this second half. And that's a good strong run from the substitute forward. And just forward as the ball's turned inside. So it's Tameside to feed this scrum, and there's no give for Saddleworth. They've not looked like taking one against their head. And standoff half. Mellor burrowing his way through. Saddleworth certainly moving up with purpose. And in fact, as a Saddleworth player injured, I can't just see who it is from here, but he took a knock in that tattle. It was a good hard tattle. But here go Tameside. An excellent display we've seen from these lads today of backing up. They've just played the simple game, run strongly, backed up well, and that was one of the very rare handling errors. But there was in fact a late tattle as well. And it's substitute Kenny being spoken to by the referee. As he caught his man late, the ref just signalling there, the stiff arm. So it's a penalty kick to Tameside, and it's Skipper Doolan attempting to find touch. And he does so midway between the Saddleworth 25 and the halfway line. And here come these Tameside forwards, really making Saddleworth work on defence. 10 yards made. And a couple more. And there's another good, strong running. And he's being held down. That's another penalty. Second row forward, Barsley being held down. Mullane with a quick kick, but there's trouble here. There's some trouble here. Saddleworth have come out this second half, determined not to take this defeat lying down. But I'm afraid they've been just too aggressive. Referee speaking to the touch judge. And it is Saddleworth skipper Allen who's been brought out, spoken to quite severely by the ref. And that's yet another penalty. That's 3 in the space of a couple of minutes. And here come Tameside. A very steep attacking line being deployed. Dooley, a good inside pass, lovely delayed pass. He lost his man for a minute, had to check, turned 180 degrees before finding Bardsley with a good pass. The gap was there, that was all he needed. A very well deserved try. After some 5 minutes of the second half, taking the score to Tameside 28, Saddleworth Rangers 0. That's a good effort from hooker Pennington, but it's just held up in the wind. So the score remains at 28-0 to Tameside, well on top. Saddleworth trying all they know, but struggling desperately to get into this game. Short kick. Picked up by Bardsley, running strong straight away, taking 4 men to bring him down. Must be a contender for the man of the match today, this lad. The Leonard Greenwood Trophy. It's a lovely ball from Standoff Miller, almost getting his man through the gap, just delayed the pass. That's the kick through, waiting for the bounce, straight up, look, Tameside up there with the tackle, left winger McLean. Saddleworth striving desperately, but just not able to make ground. His Tameside defence up very, very quickly. The refs keeping these teams well apart, but Tameside are getting up there quickly. But here's a break. Good strong run that from Clare. That's what's needed if Saddleworth is to get any show in this game. But that's a loose pass. It's a loose pass and a lost ball. I'm afraid that's the story of Saddleworth's game today. And now the ball's taken. That must be a penalty kick. It is indeed. So here comes Doolan. Takes a short tap.
Again at number 9. Talking about referee.
And he straightens up again, Bardsley. That's a brilliant run. Almost gets his winger away, gets the rebound, and has he made it? He has an absolutely scintillating try from second row forward Bardsley. If that doesn't clinch him the man of the match today, nothing will. It's no more than he deserved. He took the ball just inside the opposition half, straightened up with a lovely sidestep, drew in the last shreds of the Saddleworth cover, got a pass out to his winger, perhaps got a lucky rebound, but he was there in support, and his pace and strength took him over in the corner, making the score after some 12 minutes of the second half. Tameside 32, Saddleworth 0. Very difficult kick is this, very difficult, especially into the wind. But he's struck it well, but again the wind just brings it down in front of the sticks. But Tameside well on top. As Saddleworth slowly bring this ball back to the centre. Only been one team in it today. And the Saddleworth frustration shown in the last few minutes with one or two little niggling incidents off the ball. Good run out of defence, but he's dragged into touch. Fullback Nugent, he seemed to be dragged in after the tackle was completed. But the touch judge said no, the tackle wasn't in fact completed, and so it's a scrum down. Right on the Tameside 25. But again, Saddleworth under pressure, even on their own feed. And they have in fact gained the ball. I thought they'd lost it. But under severe pressure from this big Tameside pack. Almost through the gap. Excellent tackle from Standoff Mellor, just saved the day. And yet another one from the same player. Saddleworth working the run around. Almost an interception. And now the knock on. Skipper Doolan went for the interception. He'd have had the field to run if he'd made it. But instead it was the knock on, so we've got the scrum down just outside the Tameside 25. This time Saddleworth win the feed cleanly. But substitute Kenny is well wrapped up. Feints the inside, good pass on the outside. This is good football from Saddleworth. Standoff Gilbert, not had many chances to shine. Ball's not got out to these Saddleworth backs. Second row forward, Maynall, but he's brought down in a three-man tattle. Plays the ball to himself, intelligent stuff, almost makes it. But last-ditch tackling from Tameside. Saddleworth need to spin this ball out. They come blind, they try the short side, and out it comes again. But the Tameside defence will not yield. Just simply refuse to give Saddleworth the score. He's tried to go in, but no. Second row forward, Maynell tried to go in from acting half-back, but it's a turnover. It's Tameside. Absolutely unyielding defence. You'd think there was nothing in this game, the way they were tackling on the line. Determined not to let Saddleworth have a score. Short side. This time Barsley's held before he can get into his stride. Perhaps as well. And Tameside relieving pressure with the kick. That's a good kick. Bounces back into play. Fullback Lees. But very, very quickly up was winger Collins to bury his opposing fullback. So that gains some 40 yards for Tameside. 3 men in on this tattle again. 4 in fact. Harrop trying hard, he's run strongly since he's come on. Saddleworth though making ground with these 6 tackles, that's 4 gone. Using the short side, and that's a lovely dummy. What excellent cover tackling from prop forward Jones. And that's the cross kick from Saddleworth, but it's as good as a pass, well held, and it's out. Unlucky. That's 3 or 4 knock-ons. The referee got to give a scrum down. Unlucky from Tameside. Sort of football you can attempt when you're so far in front, trying to spin it out from their own 25. The overlap was there, but the difficult pass from second row of Barsley just couldn't be held. So it's a scrum down now, directly on the Tameside 25. Tameside away with the ball. Scrum half, Mullane had a field day playing behind this strong pack. And there he is again, attacked in half-back. That's a miss. Look at Pennington did well there, died with the ball. But Saddleworth caught offside. Nothing going right for them today. Giving the chance for Doolan to make another 20 or 30 yards. He does so with a good kick. And we've got the Tameside substitution. Thompson coming on.
What you doing?
And here come Tameside again. Mullane being followed by Howard.
Let me.
We've got some of the local Rochdale supporters here helping me, as I'm sure you can hear in the background. Little chip kick, unlucky. What's your name, son? What's your name?
Ivan.
Ivan. Ivan's come watching. Who are you supporting, Ivan?
Liverpool.
Oh, he's supporting Liverpool. He obviously knows a lot about this rugby league. But Saddleworth now trying to bring this out from their own 25. Thompson in with a quick tattle. That's Saddleworth now at last starting to use these conditions. That is a superlative kick. An absolutely brilliant kick. I've watched some rugby league in my life, but I don't think I've seen a better touch kick than that. That must have been 75 yards. Finally finding touch about a yard from the corner flag.
Hey, there's four of me. Let's go.
Tameside gathering the ball. But the referee has in fact penalised Saddleworth anyway for trying to drag the ball out with a loose arm. So it's a chance for Skipper Doolan to relieve the pressure. But he doesn't find touch this time. That's the first one he's missed. And it's at halfway. That's a good check inside from winger Whitehead, but nowhere through the second tackle when his opposite number was up quickly on him. Good strong tackling. There's little doubt Saddleworth have tightened up the defence this second half, but they've not found any way through this superb Tameside tackling. They're still trying, but Tameside seem to have men over. 3 men there again on the tattle. And Saddleworth resort to the up and under again. It's a good one this time, but well covered. Well covered by left winger McLean. Tameside using the short side intelligently. Loose forward Howard bringing the ball away this time. Thompson. And the ball's knocked forward in a tough tattle. And the referee is bringing somebody out. Looks like somebody from the Saddleworth side. It is indeed. Somebody else being spoken to. Use of the elbow, he says. Look like right winger Collins, I think. And that's a good spiralling kick, making some 30-35 yards. Taking play almost to halfway. As on my watch, we're almost 25 minutes through the second half. Game's just gone through a quiet spell at the moment. With Saddleworth having possession but unable to breach the Tameside defence. But Tameside now with a chance to come back. Good use of the short side. These forwards making ground again. This time it's second row Wood making some 20 yards. Running off prop forward McCall. Thompson spinning the ball out. That was good tackling from Saddleworth. Mellor did well there. He took man and ball. It's a deep kick, possibly too deep, but it's hanging. Good catch by fullback Lees under his own sticks. But Saddleworth again under pressure. Being forced to take chances. Using the short side. And the ball's lost in the tattle, but it is in fact knocked forward. So it's a scrum down with Saddleworth's feet just inside their own 25. And that's come straight out. Have to have another go. This time the ball's on the Saddleworth side. But they have in fact lost the ball. Thompson. That's a great pass in the tattle. Thompson again. Just unfortunate, Mellor just took his eye off the ball for a second while he was looking for the overlap. So a chance goes missing. And Saddleworth again have the feed. But they've been under pressure all afternoon in these scrums. And there goes that tremendous shove from Tameside. That ball was struck by Saddleworth hooker Allen, but there was no way they could hold that ball against that tremendous push. So Tameside now baying at the line. Good pass out. Just lost his winger. He'd come inside. A bit unfortunate. The referee had shouted held. A touch not given. That second tattle is just signalling to the Tameside team that he had in fact shouted held. Thompson in with a good tattle. Saddleworth certainly haven't given up. They try and all they know. They've just not had the craft to open up this Tameside defence. That's a good kick though, but well gathered by winger Whitehead. Good take, but Robinson, his opposite numbers, up on him quickly. And here go these big Tameside forwards. They're breaking the ball at pace. That's been a big difference this afternoon. They've been really running strongly onto this ball. Thompson, dummies inside, gives back outside, but the ball's lost, and again. And Saddleworth in fact regather. Loose forward Whitehead. Second row of Mainall. He's tried hard, he's made some good ground. But the backing up's not been there, it's not there again. Just one-man rugby, I'm afraid, from the Saddleworth pack. Looking a little short of ideas on attack against this tattling. And already we've used up 5 tattles, very little progress made. Saddleworth is at the kick again, it is indeed. It's a good one too, it's a good one. And it's just bounced dead. The wind just carried it dead. It was a difficult kick for fullback Nugent to take. It arrived just as he arrived at the post. But it's Tameside with the tap. And a good strong driving run, bouncing off the first tattler from prop forward Carruthers. 15 yards made immediately. And now it's his partner, McCall, making another 10 before slipping the ball. Thompson taking over at first man since he's come on as sub. But this time Saddleworth up quickly. Let's cut the silly stuff out, lads, not needed. I don't know who the Saddleworth player was, but he was taking something on there. Because Harry Carpenter might say he was giving a little bit away in height and reach. And that's the second Tameside substitute. Barlow taking the field. And that's a superb break. He saw the gap and he went. Can he go all the way? Has he got the legs? He's not. But Winger McLean has. Beautiful break from skipper Doolan. Winger McLean caught him up on the outside. That's his second try of the afternoon. After some 30 minutes on my watch. Taking the score up to Tameside 36, Saddleworth Rangers 0. It's no more really than Tameside Borough deserve on this performance. They've just had too much power for this young Saddleworth team, and it is in fact Thompson taking over the goal kicking duties. He's come on as sub, taking over from Hooker Pinnington. And he's got this kick midway between the corner flag and the posts. Taking his time. He's kicking around the corner right-footed, so it's on the right side. But he doesn't get under it. It doesn't get under it, and the ball drops short beneath the sticks. So after some 32 minutes, the score remains Tameside 36, Saddleworth 0. Not long left now for a consolation for Saddleworth. So it's loose forward Whitehead, restarting the proceedings with a good deep kick. That's a tricky one to collect. And the ball's bouncing about. There's certainly no respite. These two teams still giving everything they've got. Credit to the amateur game, these lads this afternoon. Saddleworth being forced back, just running out of ideas, a little dispirited now, finding no way through. This lad Whitehead's kept trying, he's got rid of the ball. Here's another lad who's kept working, Maynall. But the backing up's just not been there. The backing up that's been evident with Tameside just hasn't been there. That's a good little pass. But again, Mellor, some outstanding tackling from this lad. That's a good long ball. Winger kicks through. But the ball runs dead. Fullback Nugent just shepherding the ball dead. In the position, of course, to dive on the ball had it stood up, but it didn't. So it's a tap out on the 25 to Tameside. An injury here. Looks like centre Randall just taking a knock. Receiving attention. There's not long to go now. At 5 or 6 minutes. And that's a good breakout. Prop forward Carruthers. Now Bardsley releasing the ball. This ball's a big overlap if it can be spun out. But that was a good tackle from prop forward Wilson. Dooley. Up to Howard. It's another 20 yards gained. Not a good pass, one of the few loose passes from Tameside. It's cost them 30 yards. That's an interesting kick, miscued. Well collected by centre Badrock, but he'd no way through. The Saddleworth line slowed to deploy now. Some tired legs. And the ball just knocked on. Looks like a Tameside ball again. Difficult to say, the ref can't see it. And he's got the ball and he's gone all the way, this lad has. He has indeed, he's gone the length of the pitch, scrum half Mullane. The Saddleworth players, along with myself, were still looking in the scrum for that ball. Mullane wasn't looking, he'd picked the ball up and he'd gone fully 60 yards from inside his own half to score what must be a really sickening try for Saddleworth. With some 4 minutes left on my watch. Had a good game today, this lad, and that must cap it for him as he takes the score to Tameside Borough 40, Saddleworth Rangers 0. And it's substitute Thompson, hoping he can have a little bit better effort with this kick than he did with the last one. It's a stronger win than it looks, actually, quite deceptive. And he is in fact having difficulty keeping the ball up, but he's managed now, having a good look. Strikes it cleanly, and it's just high enough. So that's the conversion from Thompson. So with 2 or 3 minutes left on my watch, the score is now Tameside Borough 42, Saddleworth Rangers 0. Saddleworth coming very, very slowly to the halfway line. I think they've had enough now. They've given their all, but they've just not been good enough on the day. They met a team much superior. That's a good kick-off. Well kept in. Loose forward, Howard. Running off Wood. And he's still making ground. He's a strong lad. As he lost the ball, seemed to squirt from his grasp, but he just got it back. Difficult for the Saddleworth lads, of course, now to keep motivated with a score at 42-0, but they're still doing the tattling to their credit. But here come Borough, bringing play up to the halfway line. Thompson seems surprised to receive that one. I think he thought the ball was going on the short side. That's a good, intelligent kick. Lovely kick from Dooley, and it just makes touch. That's a lovely kick. Makes touch 10 yards from the try line. Just a couple of minutes left now. The referee checking his watch. Certainly added a couple of minutes on in the first half. Saddleworth feed and win the ball. Seemed to come out of the tunnel, but I think he gave them the benefit. That's another strong burrowing run from Whitehead, but he's been a lone runner in this Saddleworth pack today. In fact, it wasn't Whitehead, it was Harrop. There goes Whitehead this time, but no way through. That's good passing, but this cover's still there. They've tried down the middle to breach this Tameside defence, they've tried down the flanks, but the cover's been up to it. Very unlucky, looked like a good kick, but it was in fact straight in touch, and it's a scrum down just inside the Tameside half. We're virtually at full time now. On my watch, the ref's just had another check. Silly penalty there, just frustration really.
Hey, not playing with that. Hey, leave it.
And it's a good touch kick. Saddleworth a bit unfortunate. And here come Tameside again. Making ground. Are we going to see a grandstand finish? Probably the last attack of the game. Thompson. Out to Dooley, checks inside. To Bardsley, but this time the Saddleworth defence is ready. In goes Allen. He's tattled his heart out. Getting a bit agitated there is Hooker Allen. Tameside using the short side. Attempted to kick. And it's 6 more. Because the ball touched the Saddleworth player. This must be a chance now. Carruthers making 10 yards, and that is in fact the final whistle. An excellent game of rugby football here at the athletic grounds. Tameside deserve winners. Saddleworth gave everything they'd got. Nobody could ask any more of them, but there's little doubt they met a bigger, stronger and faster team on the day. Tameside fully meriting the victory in what was without doubt a very good advert for the local amateur rugby league game. The team's then coming down now for the presentation to be made in front of the main stand. As yet we've not had the Leonard Greenwood Man of the Match Trophy Award given out. And presenting the trophy today we've got Littleborough and Saddleworth MP Geoffrey Dickin. Of course Saddleworth within his constituency, I'm not so sure about Tameside, but Saddleworth is certainly. And so it's Tameside skipper Doolan coming up to collect the cup, and he does so. Big cheer, as you can hear no doubt in the background, from the Tameside following as they receive their trophies